Okay. According to a husband, I should post something I was talking to the gods about. So I was talking to the gods about how you connect with a husband for sexual healing. And it's not actually about sex. So a husband does something sexual related, but like I have no connection to those things. I'm a dead raped overload. So if I was gonna have sex with my husband's, it's death overloaded, weird, upside down, backwards sex. So if I was ever gonna actually have sex as a god, it's death and it's weird. And it's how I have learned to turn my raped death like weird and upside down to seem perfectly happy to be a dead existing god. But you're switching all your problems until like whatever you've been through doesn't actually exist anymore. So it's like being dead and raped and then kind of slaughtering it out of your own liquid death and slaughtering it all out until everything left in your death is pure and good and has no more of the bad things in it. But it makes your death worse and worse and worse to get all the polluted or gross things off your death or out of your death or away from your death forever. So it's really creepy, scary, sickening stuff. So I wouldn't totally explain it, but like if you were a husband that ever understood real sex with a giant dead god, you'd realize it's not exactly anything the living would do. And that's how you can be dead and destroyed and still seem normal and have a life or an existence and stuff. It's actually sickening dead shit. Because you have to bludgeon out or kill out the disgust of what bad things have done. To have anything pure in your death you can build on and have something worth having. Okay, then we were talking about how, okay, so when a husband seems to be doing something sexual, that's not what it's doing to me. So a husband doing something sexual is unlocking a door inside of themselves. That door inside of themselves has a key or an unlocking system. That key goes into my death and spins around in my death like an unlocking code. And it unlocks my powers mixed with their soul to provide sexual healing or therapies for people out in the world. So you get them to do it when somebody needs a miracle. Like, see, prostate cancer. When you're healing prostate cancer, it's really nice to do the goddess sexual healing thing with the prostate cancer miracle healing part. So you're picking sexual healing when they're raped or have sexual nightmares or medical issues and stuff. Then you connect with a husband or something to bring that love and comfort, because it brings a lot of love and comfort for people. And if they're raped, it makes them remember that the daddies of gods are very loving and would never hurt anybody. It's very therapeutic to people. And my death is just severely, excessively, sickeningly therapeutic because it's the reality that I have died forever because those people have a right to live and never be hurt. And the power of the husband is just their beautiful, good heart and soul trying to help bring healing or therapy to people. And that's what that stuff really is. And I was supposed to say something else. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm putting husbands through the most ridiculous tests ever known. Because you don't take a loser to heaven. And you don't take nobody to... You don't let people work with gods and angels when they're crap, losers, untrustworthy. Like, you're looking for the ultimate good men. Every man who ends up a bad man can just rot with the United States in Dubai if they like crime, because that's all that's going to happen. Or they can go run home and just reap what they sow with their choices. But you wouldn't take one to gods and angels and heavens and shit. We're looking for those ultimate husbands that you would really take to heavens and treat like, God's dad and stuff. So they have to be put through all these tests to prove they are the ultimate giant men on this planet. So I'm going to act like a weird, stupid idiot. And the only way you're going to get through everything is passing every test. Now, the United States and Dubai are always going to act like God wants them around and someone invited them around. And they're just criminals and they're just going to die every time and they're just going to get everyone killed every time. And there's nothing else. There's no point to any of it except that they're criminals that won't stop. And deep down, you all know it. So I don't put up with any of that shit. I let Michael Patterson's wife and Joanna act like they are so professional. And I just tell you guys, they have murdered and raped me over and over for over 50 years, and they started in the embryo. The rest of it, you people do it to yourselves when you join with such sickening, unthinkable people and die with them. That's your guys' problem. For everybody else that wants to live or live on with God's or have a good future, once the husbands pass enough tests, then you would help them to be able to save or help a country and see how powerful and commanding and on they're willing to get to. So after the husbands would pass all the tests, then you try to exercise their powers and see how much you can get their powers to do against everything in secret. Then you would get a husband to try to help a country mass produce money for like 3 days. And you would be the husband that would help get that percentage into my hands, literally, to start the actual reality of good gods and good things winning and getting somewhere. If you guys don't, it doesn't matter. So if a husband can help a country mass produce money for a few days and give me that percentage, literally, then it does prove that my power is my command and their husband powerful self does have what it takes. So between the gods helping the husband and between the husband getting up and working, it does prove that I talk over people as Michael Patterson's wife and act like somebody wants me around. And right now, Michael Patterson's wife is inside of that tracker inside my brain, trying to tell people that she's a professional and she's working with everybody. And all she does is murder me. And all she ever did was murder me. And all she does is talk and act. And I don't care. If you go to the United States and Dubai, just die. Just die. All they did was murder me and commit crime. Just die. I understand criminals can make you believe anything. Then go fucking die in it. I don't give a shit. I'm looking for people that want to live. And they wouldn't go near murderers. So, you can talk through trackers through my fucking brain, my mouth, or anything else. It doesn't change that the United States and Dubai murdered me for a living, and death is all they're ever going to find. And anyone who joins with them, death is all you're ever going to find. Okay. So, a husband would pass every test, and then I would use my powers inside the husband to see how much I can do to protect countries and more. Then we would have a husband go and help a country produce money and bring that percentage literally to me. And then from there, we would figure out how much that husband can keep that country safe and start fighting against the United States and Dubai and people that want to destroy the world. And just murder forever and everything else they want to do. And the United States and Dubai will act so syrupy sweet. They want to murder and have access to murder forever. And they don't want countries to get up and protect themselves and have a life and a future with God. So they will say, the United States and Dubai will say anything syrupy sweet, but they are gross and murderous as fuck. So you do it to yourself if you ever do anything in their favor or direction. It's your own fucking problems. Okay. And then see, when the husband passes every test and I can use my powers through the husband, and when I'm using my powers through the husband, I can use the husband's powers with my powers and see how much we can do against countries and more to have a future to an extent against the murderous antichrists. But if you want to join with the antichrist, well, that's just a choice, but you die because they're just criminals.